Thanks for waiting. I'm a few minutes late. I was having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to be using my built-in camera. As you can see, the quality isn't as great as it usually is, but we'll be working with this. Hopefully it's okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see me okay. Hope everyone is doing well. And I hope you all had a wonderful week and a nice long weekend. Last time we met was before the long weekend, and some of you were chatting about looking forward to the long weekend. So I hope you all had a really nice long weekend. Okay, so as you can see by today's video, I want to help you and support you in reaching your health goals. And I was talking a lot about that on this channel, how I want it to kind of be more about you're asking me questions about certain health issues that you're having, and I can help you reach your goals. So that's kind of what I want the main theme to be around today. So how about you all let me know in the chat, why are some reasons you fall off the habit of your health goals? And kind of let me know, what are some issues or some things that you're experiencing. Also, if you haven't done so already, go get a glass of water because I want to try to encourage you all to drink more water. So I have my glass of water here. That way, this is a nice reminder of, okay, I'm going to drink a glass of water during the live stream. I know a lot of you have talked about not getting enough water in your, day-to-day, life or activities. So grab a glass of water, stay hydrated, and enjoy your water throughout the live stream today. Okay, so going back to some reasons. So sometimes people, for many different reasons can fall off track with their health habits. So one thing could be maybe they don't have enough time. So they thought that, going for a run every day for an hour was a great health goal, but then they realized they don't have enough time. They fell off of that and they can't do that anymore. Or maybe another reason is they got bored. It's like you got bored of the thing that you were doing. Maybe you were going to the gym every day and using the same weight machine and it got boring. Maybe another thing is they don't have ideas for being creative in the kitchen, so they don't really know what to make, and then that's another reason why maybe falling off of your health goals. So let me know, what are some of the things that happen to you? Why don't you stay on track with your health goal? If you created a goal for yourself, how come you didn't stay on track? Okay. So somebody mentioned in the comments that junk food is yummy. Yes, so that can definitely be a challenge when junk food is yummy, it tastes good. But we can make things that are still really tasty and healthy, but they just take longer to make. So again, that kind of goes back to time. So instead of grabbing for a quick snack like a chocolate bar or a bag of chips that's already there, try to create and make your own snacks and have them ready to go. That way you can have something that's ready, available to have. So instead of having chocolate bars or cookies, try to make some homemade cookies. So you can, even if you just like very simple cookies, you can just grab oats, an egg, some vanilla extract, some sort of plant-based milk, and if you mix that together like with the oat flour too, and then throw in some like dark chocolate, you can have like a quick ready to go cookie, and that has no sugar added. You can even add banana and use that like instead of like a banana bread, you can make like banana based cookies. So that can be a go-to quick snack. And we've talked about this before, and I think I even had a healthy snack video with all of you where we can go and have snacks that are healthier and then also easy, accessible, and quicker to have rather than going and grabbing something that's not the greatest. Okay, so that's one thing. Somebody mentioned junk food is yummy. So what are some other reasons why you might not stay on track with your goals? Let me know. I think one of them I mentioned was maybe your goal was just way too challenging for yourself. So what can we do to make sure that our goals are going to be easy for us to reach or easy to stay on track? So one thing you can do is measure the amount of time you have. So for example, if it was an exercise goal, try to be realistic. If you're not going to be able to go and dedicate an hour every day, then start with something slow. So that's another tip, is just always starting slow in order to help reach your health goals. So that would be one tip to do. What are some other things? Like I said, some people get bored of the same thing. So change things up. So instead of always doing the same workout routine, try doing something different. Try adding in sports. Sports are fun. You get to interact with other people, so maybe doing sports instead of going to the gym every day. Or for like food, kitchen goals, like health goals, changing things up also with what you're eating can be helpful too, to not get bored of the same thing and then you get stuck of eating the same thing and then you want to go and grab something that's maybe a bit tastier. So those are some kind of tips around that. Does anybody have any specific questions about their health goals that they're struggling reaching, that you might need some help with? So let me know right now, what are some of the goals that you're reaching? And I know sometimes like around the fall tends to be where we want to start new goals or new health routine, and then again it happens usually in the new year. But the fall is a nice way because it's like after the summer, people go back to work, go back to school. That can be a time where you might want to create some goals. So is there something that you're wanting to do right now but you're not sure how to start? Are you having difficulty with choosing a certain supplement? Let me know in the chat what it is that you'd like some help with. Okay. So consistently exercising is difficult. Okay, so let's talk a bit about that. Yeah, it can be challenging to get daily exercise in. So that's where you have to, one, ask yourself, what exercise is it that you like doing, that you want to do every day? Don't force yourself to do something you don't like, because you're not going to do it. So that would, even if it's just something simple like walking or stretching, what is it that you like doing? So that would be the first thing. And then how can you implement it into your routine in order for you to stay on track with it? So you have to maybe even schedule in a time of day that works best for you. If you were able to get up in the morning and do it first thing in the morning, does that work for you? Or would you rather do it later at night? And that way you kind of have to work it into your routine, so that way it's easier for you to stay on track with it. So that would be something you can do for that. But making sure that it's something that you enjoy doing, and then finding a time that works for you, and then a time frame too. Even if you're just starting off and you're doing 10 minutes of exercise a day, that's better than nothing, right? That's very beneficial. So whatever it be for you, I'd say look at your current schedule, look at what you're doing, and don't try to overachieve. So if you're currently not doing anything, then don't go and tell yourself you're going to work out every day, because that's probably not going to be realistic. If you're working out a couple of times a day and you want to increase it, then yes, you can do that. But I would say starting off slow, seeing what works within your schedule, what you can do, and slowly adding that back in. So that would be some tips around exercising. And again, it's, if you have an exercise buddy or a friend, somebody that can also hold you accountable, is nice too. You can even write in here on the chat what you want to do as your goal, and then next week we can come back and I can kind of hold you accountable to it and say, okay, did you do what you did? Why didn't you do it? And then we can help, kind of thing. So if everybody wants to kind of think of a goal, definitely write it in and we can chat about it again. So next week we can see. I hope that helped. Let me know if that was helpful. think that it probably exercising can be a big challenge for some people, just getting it into their day. But you also have to look at your day and realize, where are you spending your time? Because we always say we don't have enough time. But then look at your day and realize where you're spending your time. So I used to notice that sometimes in the morning, if I would get up, I would check my phone and I would check emails and stuff like that. And then you don't realize that how much time goes by that you do that. So instead of doing that, I could be exercising for 20 minutes in the morning. So look at where you're spending your time, and even going on your phone, they have those trackers of how much time you use certain apps, or even like looking at your Netflix usage or whatever it may be, and notice where you're spending your time. And then you might be like, okay, I just spent 2 hours from, I don't know, 12 to 2 on my phone. Well, I can dedicate half an hour of that time to go work out instead. So you definitely do have time in your day. You just have to like pick it out in terms of what you can do and what works for you. Okay, so Nancy has a goal that she wants to start back with her kickboxing classes. Great. So what do you need to do to start back with your classes? Well, you have to make sure you have all your kickboxing equipment. You have to find out what time it's at and how you can get there. What are you normally doing in that time? So if it's like, for example, Friday night, and you're normally on live stream with me, then you kind of have to work things around that, right? You have to prioritize. So see what time it's at and how you can make sure that you're going to be able to make it. And then we'll meet again next week, and we can, hopefully it's not on Friday night, and then we can chat about if you were able to go. So sometimes the hardest thing with working out or exercising is just getting there, like just the initiation of it. So the good thing about having something like scheduled classes is you know that you have that time and you have to go there, and maybe you have to pay for it too. So that way, you know, once you're there, you're already going to do it. So as long as you have that schedule in your phone, put a reminder in that you have kickboxing at that time, that day, and then all you have to do is just be ready and then go, because it's already scheduled for you. So that's a great way to stay on track with exercises, is if they're already scheduled classes. Does anybody have any other goals that they need help with too? Not sure. I think that we've kind of covered, the most challenging ones, like not staying on track with something, or what's it called? Getting bored or getting out of the routine of something. Okay, so somebody mentioned reading. So that's a great thing. So you can also ask yourself when there's something you want to do, why do you want to do it? Because that will also help you stick to it a bit better. So why do you want to read? What is it going to give you? What are you, doing now that's maybe you're not getting the same result as if you were to read. So maybe reading would be, okay, I want to increase my vocabulary, or maybe there's a certain book I want to read because it's a topic that interests me and this is something I want to do. So that's also a good thing to know, is like, why do you want to do that? And then putting out a time. So how often do you want to read, and for how long? So if you're not currently reading at all, start slow. So just say every other day you're going to read for 5 minutes or something like that. Or maybe you can dedicate a half an hour, but you can do it once or twice a week, something like that. So pick out a time that you want to do the reading and stick to it, and even like put a reminder in your phone to, oh, I gotta read, and whatever I'm doing right now, you gotta stop doing it and start reading. So just to have reminding yourself that that's what you want to continue doing, or why you want to do it. Is it easier to do it right in the morning? Is it easier to do it after lunchtime? or at nighttime before going to bed. Pick what time that works for you, and then try to do that for the next week, and then we'll meet again next week and then see how it went. Okay, I used to go with my friend from work, but now with COVID, she does not want to go. So I'll have to go on my own. Okay, so I'm assuming that's with the kickboxing. So now you're gonna have to go on your own, and that can be challenging. If you used to go with a friend, and that would made you a little bit more comfortable, and you enjoyed that. But maybe you can now make new friends when you go to the kickboxing again, and you have to also ask yourself, do you enjoy going, and is it something that you want to go for the workout, or did you just want to go with your friend? Because if it's more of the social thing, then maybe doing a different form of workout will be better for you. You kind of have to realize or analyze what is it that you want from the kickboxing. So if it's going to give you a good workout and you enjoyed doing that workout, then go back and do it and see how it goes. Okay. So I was recently looking at an article, and I want to know, what is the strangest thing that you've ever tried in coffee, or what is the weirdest thing or different thing that you've ever tried in your coffee, or I guess even in your tea, and let me know what it was, and then I'll tell you what this article had. I thought it was really interesting. I'd say for me, I haven't really tried anything strange, but other than like adding in MCT oil, so like when they used that bulletproof coffee trend was pretty out there. I know there was like you could do it with butter, but I've done it with MCT oil, and it actually is supposed to help in terms of the healthy fats. It's supposed to be good for brain health, and it didn't taste any weird at all. Okay, so somebody said vodka. They've added vodka. Yeah, that would be pretty strong and interesting. I put dandelion tea in my oatmeal today. Yes, okay. Yeah, actually putting tea in oatmeal is kind of cool. One of my friends does, she like infuses her oatmeal with Earl Grey tea. It's pretty cool. So I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, anybody else, what have you put in your coffee? Was it good? Was it interesting? Yeah, I think like alcohol can be common to be put in coffee for sure. And then I'll tell you about this one. I don't know, maybe nobody else added any weird things to their coffee. Okay. So this coffee was interesting. So I saw an article and they put avocado in the coffee. So let me know in the chat. Is that something that you would try in your coffee? And the reason why I'm just asking this, just to like, add something different in the chat today. So they said try adding avocado to your iced coffee for a creamy, dairy-free drink. So it isn't like a complete iced coffee. They blend it. So it's kind of like a shake in a sense. It's like between the two of them, but basically it has avocado, coconut milk, vanilla extract, brewed coffee, and then you serve it on top of ice. So it's supposed to help with like those healthy fats. Are supposed to help keep you fuller. And I kind of understand sometimes having coffee on a empty stomach is not the greatest for us. It's not the greatest for our digestive health. The like acidity is not that great. And then also if you're really anxious or stressed, having coffee on an empty stomach is not that good. So if you were somebody that had coffee in the morning, maybe switching to a coffee based shake or smoothie is a better option. I've never tried avocado. I don't know if I will. It sounds kind of strange. But I have done like banana, like frozen banana, and like a shot of espresso, frozen banana, some almond milk, and some like hemp hearts and flax seeds and stuff. And I love doing that as like a morning coffee smoothie. But avocado, I think I will pass. So some people are saying avocado and coffee. Think I'll stick with the vodka, yeah. And the person who thought that must have run out of toast. They ran out of avocado toast, so they put in their coffee. Good one. My friend Carlos Matos puts marshmallows in coffee. Then he slices it like Homer Simpson. Okay, nice. Somebody said cinnamon. I love putting cinnamon in coffee. Cinnamon's great. Fun fact for cinnamon. So there's different types of cinnamon. And one of the better types of cinnamon is called Ceylon. So I'll write that down. It's like Ceylon cinnamon. That one is better for the liver. It's more pure form of cinnamon. So yeah, even with like herbs and spices, we don't realize it, but you can even get better quality of herbs and spices too, depending on what they are. So Ceylon cinnamon is a good one. So yeah, I thought I'd share that all with you. I don't know, maybe try it out. Try the avocado. I'm gonna share their recipe, okay? Maybe somebody can try it out and then let me know. Okay, here I'll show you the recipe. Maybe I should try it out and let you know too. I don't know, what other weird things, weird recipes have you tried out? Actually, I'm just going to, I will give you the article. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Any weird things that you've tried in your food or coffee or anything? I don't know. I think I stick to pretty basic, simple things, so not for me, but okay. So does anybody have any other questions about health goals? I know we went off a little bit about that, but even nutrition goals. Do you need nutrition tips or, again, staying on track with your health goals? So far we have 2 people have told us their goals. One wants to go back to kickboxing and the other one wants to start reading. So we'll check in again next week and see how that has been. I guess I can pick a goal too. So I really like stretching and doing yoga in the morning, and I've been doing that, but I think I'll make a goal to do 10 minutes every day in the morning. So that will be my goal, and we can... you guys can ask me next week, did I keep it with my goal? And I can ask you. I don't know what this means. I had from Al's. It was good at first, but not so great in the stomach. The cinnamon? The vodka coffee? I'm not sure what we're talking about here, but something was good and then not so great in the stomach. And that can happen with a lot of food, right? You think it's good and then it's not so great. Oh, with food. Okay, with food it's not good. Yeah, so sometimes something can taste yummy at first and then it's not good after. And I think that happens a lot when we're really hungry, right? You know, when you're really hungry and you just want to eat and it tastes good, and then after you're probably like, why did I eat that? Or maybe it didn't taste the greatest. Yeah. Oh wait, somebody else has a goal. They want to do more walking. Great. So same thing that I was talking about with the other people. See, how often are you walking now? How many days a week is it? And then what can you do? Always start slow. So if it's 0 times a week, go to 1. If you're doing it 2 times a week, then go to 3. You can just add it on by 1 is probably the easiest to do. And then pick amount of time and your goal. And why do you want to do that? Do you want to be fit? Do you want to be able to, do you have a goal? Do you want to do like a couple kilometers by the end of the year? Sometimes even thinking something like that can be a bit helpful either. So yeah, so that's great. We got 3 goals there. It was like a fry supreme. Yeah, that sounds pretty heavy and intense. Call the ice cream truck to visit the neighborhood every day. Who did that? No. Yeah. So I didn't even know the ice cream truck had a phone. Yeah, so maybe we don't call the ice cream truck. That's not a good goal. Let's just stick with the other goals. But then I guess you could be supporting the ice cream truck's business. But no, that's okay. Maybe you can buy it for somebody that needs it, and you can stick to your reading goal to help us walk run. Well, there's the reward is important, but it also depends, like, how often are you rewarding yourself and what is the reward. Like, if you go for a run every day and then you go eat ice cream after, maybe that's not the greatest thing. Maybe it's you need to give yourself weekly rewards or monthly, and what reward can you do that is also going to be satisfying and helping improve your health as well. So maybe you get yourself a nice new pair of running shoes if you do a certain amount of kilometers or something like that. Maybe after your reward for finishing one book is that you get another book. Yeah, the rewards are important also. Okay. Any other questions? Let me know. If not, we can finish early for today. Oh yeah, the more vegan ice cream. Yeah, I don't think they have vegan ice cream on the ice cream truck. So, yeah. There's but I guess the what's it called? Like the freezies and those things are probably vegan. Okay, so we have goals. People are gonna come back next week, chat a bit about their goals, and we'll see how that went. In the meantime, keep up with that. Let me know if you have any other questions. What else? Try out the avocado iced coffee if you're interested. Maybe I'll try it out too and let you know. And yeah, thank you all for coming as you do every week. And thanks for being part of the community and liking the video and giving this, supporting the community here. It really means a lot. Thank you. Is there such thing as vegan ice cream? So there are vegan-based ice creams. Those are made with like coconut milk or oat milk. What's it called? Cashew. Sometimes they do that. They do like plant-based ice cream. So that's with different either nuts or oats or coconut-based dessert they use. Yeah, so that would be a vegan kind of based ice cream, and they're very good. So I just find, like, try to, whenever you're looking at anything, and I find that happens a lot with vegan products, is they sometimes use a lot of fillers. So whenever you're looking at it, always look at the ingredients and see what's listed and try to get things that with minimal amount of fillers. And that's because when you take away like the creaminess from ice cream and from cream, when you take that away, they kind of have to make up for it with other ingredients, if that makes sense. So sometimes even with like the mock meat burgers and stuff, they have a lot of fillers and additives. So always look at what you're having and see. Maybe you need to have it more on a not as often is what I'm trying to say, because maybe it has a lot of fillers and extra things in it. Even with the nut milks, I've talked about this before. You want to like look at those and get ones that have less ingredients. That's always the best. Anything you get less ingredients, whole foods, is always the best. Vegan gelato from Barcelona, yum. Any tips on how to stick to goals? I find that I quickly go back to bad habits. Yes, so like I was saying, the goal really has to be something that is realistic and that you can achieve. So whenever you're making a goal, you can even write it down. What do you want to do and how does it fall within your schedule? Another thing is like making it as if it's like an appointment. So you schedule it in your calendar. At 5 o'clock, I'm going to go do this for half an hour. So then you are doing it, because, you wouldn't miss an appointment with somebody else. So why would you miss one with yourself? So that scheduling it like that. And then like I was saying before, maybe changing it up a little bit so you get excited about something new. So whether it be, your workout goal, so change it up a bit so you're doing something different. That helps a lot with keeping yourself like excited and doing something different. So that would be another tip. So one is just like making it realistic, making it attainable and achievable. So how often can you do it? That's realistic for you. And then writing it in your phone, like it's an appointment with yourself. And then the third one would be changing things up so that way you can get back on track with doing something different. But keep this time like around, notice what is it that you're going back to, and why is it that you're doing these? Is it because of convenience, like we talked about with the food? So then you have to have healthy snacks ready for you. You have to kind of sometimes stop and remind yourself before you go and grab that chocolate bar, why are you doing this? Do you really need this, or can you have something else instead? So I think those would be some tips. So now try, like with this goal that you've made yourself for this coming week, see how it goes this week. Were you able to follow it? And then when we chat next week, we'll see how it went. And then do we need to tweak it or anything? Yeah, I would say that would be some tips. I did do a video on like work. I think it was on working out and how to stay motivated. So you can go and watch that one. We talked about some of the ways to stay motivated while working out and stuff. Okay. Let me know if you have any other questions for today. Sounds like we got some good goals, and yeah. I think. Yeah, so somebody mentioned like journaling and writing down what you want. That's definitely helpful for writing things down, to kind of write down what you want to achieve and why do you want to achieve it. And then you can always refer back to that, to have that written there. So that helps you too with staying on track with your goals. Okay. Any other questions, let me know in the next few minutes. I will answer some more. But it sounds like a lot of people have made some health goals and have been, fallen off track with them before, which is kind of why I wanted to bring this up and talk about this, because it can happen quite often where we set a goal for ourselves and we have so many like good intentions and then it just falls off track. So I think even just having people to keep you accountable is very helpful too, so we can even meet when we meet back here every week and we go over different things. It can be helpful. Another way is to connect an emotional feeling to your behavior, aka if I work out, I will have a treat after. Yes, we were chatting about that, but we also mentioned it might not be the best thing to have a bar of ice cream or a cup of ice cream after every time you work out, but something even like a healthy treat is a good option. Or a treat could even be, I'm going to go and watch an episode of TV, whatever it be. Like maybe at the beginning you need to do that to kind of reinforce yourself positively. But that can be helpful too if that's something that can help you at the beginning too. Or maybe you do it long term. So if you do this goal for the month, then at the end of the month, then you get something that's meaningful to you. So that is helpful too. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. We talked a little bit about, goals. We talked about some food and some fun stuff also. So just try out your goals for the next week when we meet back here next Friday. We'll see how it went. I'll tell you about my experience and my goal and if I was able to stick with it too. And yeah. Yep, so there's just more comments about like good one, Danielle didn't think about that, we'll remember that. Yep, that's a good one too. Yeah, definitely. I find like writing things down can be helpful. Giving yourself some space and treats is good too. All right. Okay, so hopefully next week I will have my camera working and everything working. Did everybody drink water? I hope you did. It's a nice way to stay hydrated too. Okay, so I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope this was helpful. Stick with your goals. You can do it. Come back here next week and we'll chat about it a bit more. But yeah, that's everything that I have to say for today. Try out some weird foods, creations. Let me know what's good. And that's it for today. Hope you all have a great night and good weekend too.